Hello Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel. My name's Charlotte and this is Happy Souls 1111. So we're going to do a reading today for you guys to see what's happening in your connection, Sagittarius. If your moon, rising or Venus is also in Sagittarius, this may apply to you. Or if you're not a Sagittarius but you've got it in, you can cross-watch some of the others as well. Take a look at your natal chart and see what works. There could be messages in all of them for you. There are a lot of really firm themes sweeping through the collective at the moment. A lot of fear and doubt. A lot of people wanting to run and give up. So stay strong. We'll see what's coming up for Sagittarius. We'll get for the Divine Feminine, we've got intimacy. And for the masculine, we've got resolving conflict. The connecting energy between you is the Rainbow Reviver. That's lovely. Now, I'm going to use the Muse Tarot for the feminine. On the left, we're going to see what energies is she in right now. How's she thinking and feeling? What does she need to do to move forward for the highest good? Right, what energy is the Divine Feminine in right now? We've got the Wheel of Fortune, the Page of Pentacles in reverse, and the Six of Wands. For the masculine, I'm not going to do the masculine. I'm going to get a different deck for the masculine. So we'll finish pulling out the feminine cards. So what's she thinking and feeling about the connection? The Ace of Cups reversed. The Knight of Wands reversed. The World in reverse. What does she need to do to move forward? Ace of Swords upright. The Seven of Swords in reverse. And the Nine of Swords. Oh, guys, these are such tough energies right now for everybody. It's really tough times. I just want to say this to you because I don't want you to feel like you're alone. There's, a lot of people are really struggling at the moment. Tough times. Right, what's happening in the masculine's energy? What's going down with the masculine? Six of Cups reversed. Four of Swords reversed. The Seven of Wands. How's he thinking and feeling about the connection? Justice in reverse. Queen of Cups. And the King of Wands reverse. What does he need to do to move forward? Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Four of Pentacles in reverse. And the Nine of Cups in reverse. Wow. Right, let's get some more cards. The connecting energies down the centre. I'm going to use the Star Tarot. We've got the Moon as the connecting energy. Six of Pentacles for connected feelings. And the Knight of Swords for how we need to move forward. Okay. I feel like this Divine Feminine is considering these big powerful changes in energy, really working hard to keep her head above the water and actually succeeding very well indeed. Sagittarius. The theme coming through is endurance, strength, courage, a little bit of bravado. But it's, the undercurrent is good. The Divine Feminine, for the significator, we've got intimacy. And I feel like things have been illuminated for her somewhat, and she's quite comfortable being deep in her emotions with her masculine counterpart at the moment. She wants to be close. She wants to bring things together. He's in this energy of resolving conflicts, but what's really interesting here is that it's the feminine sending the love and the masculine's kind of in his cave. So, it could be that he's not entirely receptive to wanting this resolution right now, but I feel like the divine feminine is in a good, strong place. She's got thick skin right now. She's allowing herself to be vulnerable. She's allowing herself to love unconditionally, even though under the surface it is still triggering her a little, but she's continuing despite this. She's really showing a tremendous amount of strength and really persevering with this connection. And this rainbow reviver really shows you, as the connecting energy, that the divine is on your side. This is such a beautiful, optimistic, light-hearted card. This is showing you that the energies are really supporting this connection and the divine feminine's persistence. Your guides are very proud of you. Arthur's saying that you really have shown incredible strength, divine feminine. This 10-10 portal, I feel, has triggered you very hard, and you've been determined to stay victorious. With the 6 of Wands, you've been determined to win despite being kind of knocked off balance somewhat. We've got this Page of Pentacles energy here, which has made you feel a little bit fearful. You've been triggered with doubt somewhat. You've not been entirely sure how to move forward, but you've stayed true to yourself. You've stayed true to your mission. You've stayed true to the love in your heart, and you've embraced this intimacy and allowed yourself to be vulnerable, to offer this healing, to offer this conflict resolution, even though you're not getting, the response you need and want. You're persevering with this, Sagittarius. For the masculine, I feel like he's, he really is very defensive right now. We've got the 6 of Cups reverse, and I feel like he's rejecting the connection. He's rejecting the divine feminine, and she's really persevering regardless. As I said, she's developed very thick skin. He's also, I think, been triggered from childhood issues, and he's not given himself the time and space to really reflect on this. He's just got his barriers up. He's kind of blowing smoke in your face and just trying to create diversions, not wanting to connect with it. But we've got the moon here, which reduces to number 9. This is hermit, intuitive hermit energy as well. And I really feel like the divine feminine, even though things seem unclear, they feel uncertain, they're even a little bit scary because it doesn't seem to be moving in the direction she wants. She's trusting her intuition and she's powering forward anyway. And the divine masculine, he's scared. He's not sure what's real and what isn't. He's not sure what's an illusion. But I feel like both of you, the energies are moving you forward in such a beautiful way, and really supporting your ascension and your journey right now. The wheel has turned, and there's a feeling of inevitability about this, which I think is making the masculine feel even more vulnerable, and why he might have suddenly put his guard up. In terms of how we're feeling, I think, the way the masculine is behaving right now is certainly, it certainly has kind of given the feminine a knock. I feel like her usually thick skin has been pierced, and some of this doubt and fear has crept in, but you're kind of rising above it, even though you're not entirely sure what direction to take, how to move forward. You're reluctant to make any offers. I do feel like you feel like you've got the weight of the world on your shoulders at the moment. It feels like a lot of pressure on you, that you're the strong one. Looking at his feelings as well, and so many blocked energies for him, and this, idea that no matter how much love you send him, he's just trapped in his cave, stuck in his cave. He's not facing the love, the compassion, the healing that's being presented to him. And despite this, I just think this divine feminine is so strong. But he could be in this dark night of the soul energy, and he's feeling like he's not ready to face the truth. He's not ready to trust This is such an interesting justice card. You've got light and dark. You know, there's all this side is in full bloom, and the panda that's holding the sword of truth is pushing this other panda away with his foot. You've got the moon represented here with colours and dark on one side, and of course this side's all dark and gloomy. Now this is in reverse, and you know, I feel this is a lot about, you know, he's still feeling very hard done by. There could have been some kind of conflict between you, and he's just holding a grudge. You know, there's very stubborn, very defensive energy coming from him. The Queen of Cups, however, is upright, and I feel like his inner child is really wounded. And that deep down, even though he may not show it, he has a lot of love. And this is why his barriers are up. So, you know, you mustn't take his barriers, his stepping back, and not give it as a personal rejection. He's really triggered. It's triggered his inner child wounds, but there's a lot of love flowing from him. And he wants to embrace that change, but he just doesn't know how. He doesn't know how to grasp the wand. Look at this card, this King of Wands. He's holding those two number 11s. He's taking responsibility and being accountable for his part of this journey. And this masculine isn't ready to do that. He doesn't know how to do that. And I'm guided to remind you that he can't give you something he doesn't have for himself. So he really needs to come back into balance. And the connecting energy here is the Six of Pentacles for your feelings. There is an imbalance in give and take. There is an imbalance in terms of reciprocation. You know, you may feel exploited, divine feminine, but don't allow this to make your beautiful big heart cynical or bitter. I know you're feeling pain right now, and you really are enduring this and showing him so much unconditional love. Trust that it's going to work out for the highest good, that, you know, just because he's not reciprocating now doesn't mean he's not going to in future. He's just in a very fearful place. You know, the 6 is about love, and there is a warning here in the connecting energies that yes, you can give of yourself, but if there's an imbalance of give and take in very practical or material terms, if you're lending money, or if he's relying on you financially, or not contributing when you go out together, or things like that, or he's just not bringing anything tangible to the equation, you know, this is something that needs to be brought back into balance in yourself, divine feminine. Loving unconditionally starts with yourself, and you're allowed to put yourself first. You're allowed to have healthy boundaries. So, you know, you mustn't be a martyr in this situation. In terms of how you need to move forward, you need to acknowledge the truth. In this card, you know, it's the Ace of Swords. The lady, the truth is being downloaded to her from spirit. And you've got this owl here representing that truth and wisdom, but she's looking away. She's receiving that download, but she's not acknowledging or integrating that truth. And I feel like, you know, this 1010 portal has illuminated your need to love yourself some more. And this is the truth that you're needing to face, so you can bring that Ace of Cups energy back into balance, this self-love. And yeah, we've got the 7 of Swords in reverse. And this is such an interesting card in this deck. It's a mirror image, and I feel this is being honest about yourself with the shadows you still need to face. You're so strong, and you're so diligent, and you're so determined to not let yourself be, you know, pushed off track, that you're not always acknowledging the shadow aspects that do need to be healed, because you just want to stay positive. You don't want to dwell on it. And you know, this really reminds me of a conversation I had with my guides this week, because they brought to my attention that I'm really good at, you know, just denying and refusing to indulge negative thoughts. But sometimes they're not negative thoughts, they're feelings or shadow aspects that are being brought to the surface for release, for healing. And because I've been so determined to be like, no, I'm going to be strong, I'm going to be really positive, I've missed this opportunity for growth in some instances. I've missed this opportunity to release some more, to heal some more. I'm going to bring this card closer to you so you can see it, because the 7 of Swords is associated with dishonesty. But you can see this light and dark aspect, this lady with this fox's head, which is about being really strategic and clever. And this pathway is open for her to step into the light. But she has to be honest about what shadow aspects need to be released, so she can be her true self, so she can take off the mask and step into the light. So you're really being asked to look at the truth here and to really take a long, hard look at the shadow aspects that are rumbling below the surface that you've been so strong and determined that you've not confronted. And we've also got the Nine of Swords here, which to come up as an advice card is really interesting because it's the card of anxiety and nightmare. But you've both got a 9 in this position, and a 9 is also about self-fulfillment. You know, it's about taking care of self, taking responsibility for yourself. And I feel this is really, again, just affirming these first two cards that you really need to address this anxiety that's bubbling under the surface that you're trying to deny because you just want to be strong. It's almost like you feel like if you go there, you're going to open this can of worms and it's going to throw you off balance, but you're already kind of there. So you just need to face it now because you're already feeling this pressure, like you've got this weight of the world on your shoulders. And I know you're so proud for holding this together, but it's okay to let this go. You're going to feel so much stronger when you confront this pain instead of trying to bury it and hide from it. The masculine's been guided to stop focusing so much on work and using this as a kind of distraction from his feelings and from his pain. I feel like he is particularly good at engaging in distracting behaviours, and you know, this could be partying, socialising, or just indulging himself in habits or practices or hobbies that allow him to, you know, disengage from what's going on in his head. And he's being asked to let that go with this Four of Pentacles, to let his guard down, to stop holding everything so close to his chest, to let his barriers down, and also to bring himself back into balance with this Nine of Cups energy, to remember that, you know, he can step into his own power. And this is about him learning to love himself also. He needs to confront these feelings he's having and stop running from them. The connecting energy here is the Knight of Swords. And this, for me, you know, can indicate, this is advice for both of you now. And this is really about having a conversation and about talking. And it may be too soon to have a really emotional conversation with this Swords energy, but this is going to help bring both of you some clarity and some truth. There's probably been some conflicts. The Knight of Swords can be heavily involved in conflict. And this, you know, you need to have a conversation about this and resolve this so the situation can be illuminated and positive change can be embraced. But in order to do that, you're both going to have to come at this from a place of maturity and balance, and to be prepared to listen to the other. I think you're both quite stubborn. You know, the Divine Feminine perhaps less so, because she's able to think with her heart more than her head. But, you know, as far as this conflict's concerned, it's no one's fault, okay? It takes two to tango, and the truth is somewhere in the middle. If you can just acknowledge that you've both brought something to this equation that's created the conflict, and that you're both motivated to resolve it. It's not about who's right or wrong or who should apologise. That's ego that tells you that, you know, that's what you need to do. And that's not what's needed here. This is just to bring clarity and truth. You know, so that you can both release some of the anxiety and bring things back into balance. And Divine Feminine, for you, you've got forgiveness. You know, after just talking about that, nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. Just let it go. I feel like you really have offered the olive branch and been a lot more diligent in trying to resolve this conflict. You just need to stick with that. You know, don't allow it to make your heart bitter. The masculine, we've got receive with love and appreciation. Gracious acceptance is a way to show love. And look, you know, here he's not accepting that healing. He's not prepared to resolve that conflict. So I do see things moving into a much more positive light for you two. This is really nice. The connecting energy here is have faith. Trust your faith in this situation. Everything is going to work out for the highest good. Beautiful change is coming to you, Sagittarius. You just need to hold on to hope. This is really positive. You've got light. Focus on light. Freedom for the masculine. And I'm getting that this is freedom from emotional pain and power. Remember, the divine is on your side right now. It's moving you in the right direction. Embrace the truth that's contained within light is the message that's coming forward for you here. And for the masculine to embrace emotional freedom from that pain, to release himself from this ongoing anxiety, rumination, lack of self-worth, to allow himself to be vulnerable. I do see this moving in a much more positive direction for you two once this conflict is resolved. Divine Feminine, you've got to surrender the habit of people pleasing. You know, now's the time to speak about your needs and be true to yourself and to focus on yourself. Focus on your happiness instead of trying to make him happy. If you were giving yourself half as much as the healing as you've been sending him, you'd be in a better place with this. Now's the time to face your own shadows and to create a habit of pleasing yourself first. For the masculine, we've got surrender to miracles. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of resistance and banish any doubt so that miracles can happen. And I think he's really struggling with the intensity of this connection, the knowing that it's perhaps very spiritual and kind of, you know, to him very strange. And he's really struggling to accept that. But I believe he's coming to, you know, power, beautiful change, faith is on your side. Wow, surrender to your soul's path. Your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. Trust that the divine love and light is guiding you in the right direction. There's an incredible amount of power and positive change, emotion in your journey right now. Trust it's moving you in the right direction. It's really lovely. Tough energies, but I feel like this is fairly positive for you too. You're moving in the right direction even if it doesn't feel like it. A message for you. Wow, I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. So it may not have come from their own mouth, but you needed to hear that. You needed that little reminder. They're thinking of you and they love you and you fill them up with love and light. Sagittarius, please like, share and subscribe. Let me know in the comments below if that was helpful to you and what you think. It really, really does give me such a lovely feeling to know that it's been good for you. So please do comment. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can find me at happysouls1111.com. I am holding a free guided meditation tonight for my Facebook crew. So come and join us over on Facebook. I will post the Zoom link there for the guided meditation tonight. It's free of charge. We're going to be focusing on self-love and surrender. It's going to be a powerful one. I'm so excited to share it with you guys. Meditation really is so incredibly healing. So hopefully I will see you there. Thank you so much for tuning in and for your support. And I will see you again soon. Good night.